Greetings and salutations, folks. My name's Nick, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2, where we have progressed beyond the tutorial of the game, the tutorial area that was Mexico, and now have begun our exploration of Australia, which promises to be a lot larger. I found that, like, Mexico, like, the idea of, like, treating like the entirety of Mexico in like 4 or 5 different destinations seemed a little bit short, like, for the country. Like, and I feel like it's more toward propelling the story forward. Like, you could probably have extended it out, but then it would also be like, it would delay the story. It would also delay the content generation if you wanted to focus on something else. But then the question would be like, why would you then? You could just say, okay, you've connected this much of the country, and then let's say, instead of saying we want to connect all of Mexico, we need you to reach this laboratory where Deadman is, who is in northern Mexico. And the laboratory happens to be near the gate. And our goal has actually been the gate all along. So instead of trying to connect all of Mexico with like 4 different bases that are like less than a 5 minutes walk from each other, like I'm not expecting it to be realistic. Like, the idea, like, imagine like if it was a realistic America that we were connecting back in Death Stranding 1, the game would be unfinishable. It would be the desert bus of hiking games. Like, you'd spend days upon days traveling between objectives, and like, you would spend hours even when vehicles are unlocked, you could still be spending like hours, 2 days, just traveling if you wanted like a realistic recreation of America in video game form. So ultimately, everything has to be condensed if you want to keep it entertaining, if you wanted to keep it immediate entertaining. It just definitely felt a little small. And Australia seems to be a little bit more spread out. And since it's been like a week since I've played the game, we have a little bit of a plot update. In an attempt to overcome the devastating grief he feels following Lou's death, Sam sets out a mission to connect Australia and save humanity from the threat of the Death Stranding. Because apparently the connections... my concern is the additional connections are causing the tar underneath the surface to shift, which in turn is causing the quake gates, or the quakes. And then the more Sam connects, the more the tar is going to shift, which causes more quakes. It's one of those things, like, it gets worse before it gets better. Sam starts by connecting the government. What are you supposed to be? Some sort of government agent? I don't remember what that's from. That's from something. So double bonus points if you know what that is from. An organization that wants to rebuild the Australian state to the chiral network. Sam is given more details about his mission on board the DHV Magellan. If the entire Australian continent can be connected to the chiral network, then further new plate gates are expected to appear. These, in turn, will allow the network to expand to new territories. As such, Drawbridge's current mission is the first step towards saving humanity from the Death Stranding. Let's see, extend the chiral network to West Fort Knott, which we are currently on our way to. Our first protocol is the governor's base. This is where surviving members of the interim government are. Deliver a chiral decontaminator. I thought I already did that. Oh no, maybe I just reached the point.
I'm Sam.
That. Yes, yes, yes. You're Sam, I'm Sam. You're Spartacus, I'm Spartacus. We are all Spartacus. All right, so now we've got a couple orders available. One is going to take us to the east, the other is to the west. One thing that I've talked about before is I want this Let's Play to focus a little bit more on exploration. I'm going to try my best to not focus on just treating everything as a mission that needs to be led to. So that said, I'm going to start this with a mission to be led to. We're going to deliver this dismantled rifle to the lone commander to the east, and then worry about heading west to the Western Environmental Observatory. Oh, which requires neutralizing brigands. The government has introduced you to a prepper known as the Lone Commander. He should have useful combat expertise to share with you. Deliver the dismantled rifle to his shelter, and he may be inclined to cooperate with you. Oh yeah, I didn't even simulate a route. Nope, nope. Which button is it? It has been... So there are some ghosts, some BTs. It looks like there's a timefall shelter there that somebody built. And then let's build a ladder so that we can climb maybe 2 ladders. Breakable cargo is more easily damaged than regular cargo. An impact, such as a fall, can severely damage breakable cargo, even if its container is in perfect condition. Alright. Good luck me.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camel patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
I will? You can now fabricate custom attachments and fit them to your backpacks. Select Fabricate to see which components are currently available to you and weigh up your various options. Oh, yeah. Back protector sounds nice, but it will break. I do like more ammo. And I do like more grenades. Can I just... Oh, patches. Do I want to express my individuality? Express your individuality by selecting one of our pre-made pieces of art. A symbol of respect for bridges. A symbol of a blood type. Depicts a small mushroom, a medium mushroom, a large mushroom. Okay, so you don't gain anything from that. Okay. Okay, I was going to say, can I just make a whole bunch of these? But I'm limited by the amount of chemicals I have. That said, I can make more grenade pouches. Just a whole bunch of grenade pouches. And then eventually, I could line up the top with ammo pouches to really complete out the ensemble. I feel like that's a lot of grenades. I don't remember how many. I want to say 2 grenades per. So that's empty, and it's also level 1. And then we have the ladder, which will be important to us. I feel like I should probably get rid of the Maser handgun, only because that's level 1 and also half broken. And I never use it. That's probably the... How are our boots? Our boots are fine. Why are we even carrying that? Store materials. And then the blood grenade, which we carry on our back, we can now place in a grenade pouch. Okay, now I get it. So each grenade pouch just allows me to store 1 more grenade. Which is fine. Yeah, because I have 2 separate... Like, for some reason, I assumed I had only 1 grenade pouch. I did not realize the art depicting the 2 grenade pouches was 1 grenade per pouch. As opposed to I was looking at 1 pouch as opposed to... Or sorry, I was looking at my global collective pouches instead of 2 separate pouches that were being counted at the same time. So I'm thinking I should grab 1 more ladder. Just in case. And then make a gun. Let's see, it will camouflage you, except the PlayStation one, wearing it reduces the rate at which Sam's battery is drained. Alright. Oh, yeah, and I think we've unlocked another APAS enhancement. Yes, the augmented motion scanner sounds good. Don't understand that. What does it mean by it reduces overall detection area in order to increase the range? Does it scan less in order to scan more? Okay, the Bola gun is new. What happens to BTs after they're bound? Do they just remain bound? Is it temporary? Well, let's make a ladder. And a gun. And then hang the gun on the tool rack. Yeah, now we're good. We got Doll Man. We got Baby, who is probably not Lou. I'm guessing the baby that we have, the
Order accepted. Thank you.
the BT baby in our hand, inside the container, is the original. What was Lou's original designation? BB-28 or something like that. That is dead. And I think this is the original bridge baby that had that number. Okay, I'm going east. Always to the east. Which way is east?
Awfully kind that someone went to the trouble to build this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Build what, though? Which direction is east? There it is.
Please take care. Sam, I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
Using Doll Man to survey the area. Hold. All right, let's try it out now.
Oh boy.
All right, so it almost kind of acts as like a portable tower then, instead of having to rely on building towers everywhere. Though I see somebody built a ladder here. Very nice of them.
All right, I'm coming in.
And also provides a little bit of functionality, which I suppose I probably should have expected. Like having... I feel as though of all of the gameplay, of the video game auteurs, Kojima and his team are the most consistent of ensuring that is one way to climb a ladder. It's the sports ball. Sports belt. Completely different. That an item in the plot also is going to have a gameplay function.
Hear me? I can hear you.
Okay, I really need the touchpad to not be a call button and instead to be a map. I feel like I've played way too many games in which the touchpad functions as a map. Ooh. So my first instinct... Noble Rot Wine. So the government space is where I just came from, I believe. Oh, there's another time shelter over there. But yeah, anybody else would have like... You would be able to... You'd have the additional character, and the additional character would largely just be there for plot circumstances. But it's nice that he also has a function, which actually is pretty useful. Have you ever been to First, I feel like if I start asking questions, I'm going to sound like... Yeah, I see the strands.
Can sense them, Sam. Be on your guard for BTs.
I'm going to start sounding like Jonathan Frakes. What was the name of that show where he asks all the questions and such? Belief or fiction, something like that. Real or fiction, fact or belief. It's been a while since I've thought about that show. Especially since I've never actually watched an episode. I've only seen the clips online where he asks questions and he's like, have you ever been on a bicycle? And I feel like just randomly going into a question is like that. Being like, have you ever been to Australia? Have you ever traveled to the desert outback? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I would like to go to Australia one day. Australia and New Zealand. Never been to either. Would like to go to both. Do not have the means. Though I suppose now is not exactly the best time to travel anywhere for many reasons, mostly the US government. Let's see. My goal is to try to circle around the BTs. And I don't know, would this... I feel like we're getting a little bit too close to that one. But we're aware of it. But I was gonna say, is this... I feel like I'm getting a little bit too close. Okay, where are we? Oh my. We definitely went way off course from where I was planning to be. I had definitely veered way to the north. Okay, what direction am I traveling? That is east. Yep, yep. Who is possibly spotting me? All right. Okay. Maybe our best bet now is to continue northwest. This isn't even north. I'm stupid. Is to travel northeast. that away, and then cut back. Sorry, special alloys, I'm leaving you behind. Are you the lone? No, you're just chemicals. Okay, that's where I need to go. Maybe we should grab the model of a mythical creature. Okay, I think we're in the clear. Despite my own terrible stupidity in my attempts to read a map, I have somehow managed to carry on. I forget what happens after you've connected the chiral network. Like, does the presence of the chiral network cause the BTs to disappear? Well, we'll find out. At the very least, the lack of the disassembled weapon is going to help free up our weight.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
All right, the Lone Commander. Which has received, like, oh my gosh, that mythical creature. Sure, why not?
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far.
Buckley's chance. Wow.
Government sent you my way. I've got an eye for talent.
Excellent.
Good on you. Couldn't have asked for better service. Where on earth did you find this? I was sure it was gone for good. Thanks, mate.
Now you can participate in the sports since you have your sports belt. That didn't even earn a whole star? Instant cargo binding. Prevents cargo from scattering when you fall over. That sounds good.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this
Ah,
network.
you need to win him over.
To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order, though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away.
You should go full cocked. I don't know what the phrase half cocked actually means. All right. Let's actually take a look at the cargo management. It looks like the... Okay, so the pouches, that's just decorative damage. And also, I didn't use the ladders at all. But that's fine. What else have you got for me, Lone Commander? Recover the mementos from the BT area. All right. Well, let's try to go the path that I was intending to take this first time.
Delivery route finalized.
No.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
I'm going to place these ladders in the private locker because I already have two. All right. Well. I guess we still won't know whether the BTs will disappear from the present of the chiral network. Actually, hold on a second. I just remembered something. I'm still carrying that thing for the governor's base. Like, I don't need to be carrying it while doing this mission. But yeah, I might as well just store it in my private locker since I'm going to be coming back anyway. And actually, yeah, now is not exactly the time for exploration. We can worry about exploration once we've hooked up the lone commander to the chiral network. Are they like right there? I do not see this BT that you are referring to. Be careful, there's a cliff way over there. You'll never suspect the presence of a cliff. Ah, there's the BT. Okay, I think I'm pretty safe from that one. Okay. I think I'm going to use one of these ladders I've got. Which is thankfully just long enough. Ah, there it is. Right in the tar. Okay.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
I feel as though I've been spotted. But I have no idea where I've been spotted by. That's fine. It does not seem like anything's chasing us, so we could be in the clear. We're still fine. Maybe. Oh, hold on. I don't remember you being there before. But that's okay. Yeah, sometimes this game is a stealth game. Sometimes this game is an action game. But it's not... and I feel like what really kind of enables Death Stranding 2 in today's era of stealth games is it avoids the kind of murder stealth. Or should I say the constant sense of murder stealth. Like, when you're fighting brigands, that's closer to, like, the more modern sense of... Is that where I'm going? Yes. That's kind of like the more modern sense of action stealth, where you're going in, you're like snapping necks, beating up bad guys, like near instantaneously. Nothing can stop you. And then if somebody catches you, that's fine. Just you just go off. You got guts. Whereas BTs complicate things. Ah, 0% cargo damage. Fantastic. Now, are you willing to join the chiral network?
You actually managed to bring it back, did you? I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look.
What, you think I was going to go exploring the Australian outback half-cocked? Now do you like me?
To me. Hats off to you, mate.
Ah,
I'm no average porter, mate. That much is crystal clear. I suppose I ought to hold up my end of the bargain. Get out your Cupid and finish the job.
also, like, how are these stations already here for, like, the whole journey? Like, were they expecting somebody to go around and connect to the chiral network and they just never got around to it? It's very convenient, I gotta say. Yeah, just considering, like, look at how big Australia is in gameplay terms. The Lone Commander. A Trank sniper rifle. A long-range rifle loaded with non-lethal tranquilizing rounds, ideal for neutralizing human targets from a safe distance. Comes with variable scope that has 2 zoom settings. Hold your breath to stabilize your aim, and be warned, makes a loud noise when firing. Oh, so a non-silenced sniper rifle. It is a loud tranq gun. All right. Smoke grenade. Can even shield Sam from the vision of watchers who, unlike other BTs, have the ability to see.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Yeah. I've earned the nickname Mover. Speeds up your sensor's recharge time. Not bad.
So this is what it's like being all hooked up and wired in. At any rate, looks like the schematics for my trusty shooter and darling little smoke grenades are in your hands now. The form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a hell of a bang when fired though. So keep that in mind. Just a shame our paths couldn't have crossed sooner. Maybe this world of ours wouldn't have been so divided, and maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die. Hey now.
Smoke
Don't knock 'em
grenades?
till you've tried 'em, alright? Granted, you can't neutralize an enemy with one, but they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover, far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that their chances of actually hitting you are slim to none. Which means that even if you've alerted them with one of your own shots, you'll have no trouble disengaging and repositioning. Properly utilized, they're a great tool for disrupting enemy attacks and buying you room to regroup. Furthermore, if you happen to have a sensor or something similar on hand, you can use it to track enemies through the smoke, making things pretty one-sided. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Or, if you're the kind of bloke who'd rather get up close and personal, you can chuck one at their feet, waltz right up to them unseen, turn a firefight into a fist fight. I assure you, once you've learned how to use these little beauties to their full potential, you'll have a
CQC.
Experiment, see for yourself.
Your trusty shooter?
My sniper rifle. It's configured to fire tranquilizing rounds. An ideal choice for those who prefer to get the job done without undue bloodshed. Bit of advice though. Make sure you engage your enemies at a healthy distance. It's not a silenced weapon, so fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react. And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move. Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. Ah, and always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point a notch or two above your target, depending on the distance.
Oh,
And
great.
finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger. Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be of use to you.
What happened to your mates?
It may sound like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the watchers scattered all over this hill. Mixed in with all the enemies we slaughtered. And for what? Deep down, we were all the same. Blokes who called this land our home. Was it worth all the struggle? All the bloodshed? For the world we shared to be reduced to this? So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. I had to figure things out. Were we all just doomed to die and become watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down.
Be seeing you.
Sam, I know you got places to be,
but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would ya?
Feels good.
Okay, so brigands have stolen reconnaissance equipment. They've set up camp near the government's base and appear to be preparing to conduct reconnaissance operations. Recover all the brigands' reconnaissance equipment and to drive them from the area.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Alright. That seems good enough. Let's see if we can unlock one of those APAS. I kind of want that, yes. Instant cargo binding, but that uses more... APAS points than I can spend. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for that. How are our boots now, actually? Still good. They're fine. Yeah, let's just make new boots. And then we can get rid of these. What else do we want? Oh yeah, I was thinking of fabricating the sniper rifle that I forgot about. Sniper rifle's big boy. All right, let us save our game and head off to fight some brigands, and also see if the BTs always kind of remain a, I guess, like it says, still says warning BTs. Ah.
Thank you, God. Oh, man. This one's for you.
So the presence of the chiral network might not get rid of BTs. We'll find out as we
I'm Sam!
as we get closer. The area does look pretty clear, though. Oh, hold on. I didn't even see the chiral crystals, like, hidden within the grass. Hold on. Shall we have a cryptobiote? Blood levels are at maximum. We don't even need it. Where is Sam's stamina? Is that the battery? Yeah. All right. I probably don't need to go directly over this mountain ahead of us. The joy of putting routes as fast as possible means they might not be the best ones, but that doesn't mean we need to be bound by these routes. Ooh, hold on. We could probably use an anchor somewhere near here. Ooh. Hold on, we're going to need to make a... Improved photo features. Photo mode features have been improved, and new frames, poses, and NPC models are now available. Get creative with camera angles and poses, find the perfect location for your shot, and capture a scene that is uniquely yours. How about something like that? It's a little dark, though. What can we do about the brightness? Oof, no. Ooh, hold on. Oh my gosh. Or is there a way to, like, change the time of day? I kind of like that one. We'll go with this one.
Okay.
Is that the Magellan? What is that? Is that the Magellan way over there? Yes. It's interesting because it's like I'm just on the edge of the chiral network. The place where I need to go is just beyond the chiral network. So I'm seeing all of the things that the other people before me built. But, like, I feel like what we're missing and what we're not going to have is going to be that road, that highway. And I feel like that highway really worked for Death Stranding 1 to give you that sense of expansion as you traveled west. And I don't think this game properly has a replacement for that, as much as you see scatterings of users' content as you go deeper and deeper out into the field. Ooh, a level 2.
My name's Sam. No way, Sam here.
Trying to...
Give me a hand. This one's for you. This must be their territory.
Brigands. Steady.
Huh, there's one more. Oh no, there's four guys. Not enough guys to make burgers.
Okay.
But just enough guards to throw in a little complication. Part of me thinks I should use this as an excuse to test out the sniper rifle. But I'm also tempted to just use this as an excuse to not use the sniper rifle. Oh, hold on. You're facing me. All right, we're gonna need to switch to the guns.
Recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it
Oh,
delivered.
oh no. Oh no. Oh geez. We're gonna have to put something down. Or, hold on. There we go. Oof. This is fine. We're fine. How are you?
Now entering chiral network coverage.
And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have to carry it for that long.
Come on, Sammy boy.
Generator. I wouldn't want to be near that if it released its charge.
Press square when enemies are near the generator to unleash an electrical attack. Huh. However, the generator is rendered temporarily inoperable each time this function is rendered. Okay. Makes sense. That way you just can't spam electrical. But I suppose like you can only use it nearby. But still, it's expected to have a limiter of some kind.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Right.
Good evening, sir. Well, look who it is.
All right, we've made it. Relatively easy task this time, despite my attempts at stealth. And then we've got the reconnaissance equipment, vitamin supplements, rot wine. I don't know enough about wine to know whether or not rot wine is a thing that exists.
Well. Retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. This cargo is in exceptional condition. You are the best. Time after time you've been there for us. You're a saint.
I was going to say, that should at least complete out the second star.
I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work.
A device that decreases a backpack's overall weight. Is that a component? Increasing Sam's cargo carrying capacity. The more anti-gravity devices you equip, the greater the weight reduction effect.
We've designated more materials for your use. Don't hold back on our account.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I will definitely have to consider that. Instead of more ammo.
Got our hands on those bastards' gear now. And it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, giving you more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the island inventor will be keen to meet with you.
The Golden Fist?
He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days. But if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally.
You seem to like this lone commander guy.
You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader was second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way
Custom
to gain his
handgun, you
trust,
say?
I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could.
The island inventor?
Strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this research, I've only met him once myself, and I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, take a good look at the tracks you've made. They're proof that you were here in this time and place. They have the power to give courage to others who see them. And in time, they'll become roads, allowing you to connect with your fellow man.
That's a deep message there, doll man. Actually, hold on. Let's take a look at our cargo. Can I? No. There we go. Store materials. That offloads a lot from our weight. The sun has risen. Okay, I'm guessing that's the island he's referring to. There's West Fort Knott. It's got a lot of interesting places to go. It looks like our journey is going to take us possibly to here, maybe through there, to West Fort Knott. Then we've got the Island Inventor and whatever that is. Couple stops around the north end, and then circle around back to there. All right, our next stop is going to be action.
Commencing route creation.
Ah, there's a bridge. Fantastic.
Delivery route finalized.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at these. Yep, it is a component. Might actually use this instead of more ammo. And then I'll have the anti-gravity devices going along on the right side there. Okay, hold on. We don't really need the climbing anchor. Let's store those. I think I'm going to get rid of the augmented motion scanner in favor of the instant cargo binding.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Ooh. We've even got a car out here. But actually, first I'm going to stop by the Magellan, use the private room. Rest up, drink some chiral tea. Since it's been a while since Sam has been able to, since both the governor's place and the lone commander's place didn't exactly have their own amenities. Let's sleep till morning. Also, apparently now they've added a cat for your private room. Also, why did he decide to sleep first instead of... Like, I would imagine he'd want to shower first instead of sleep in his dirt. Where's Cat? All right. Yeah. We can start skipping these drink animations. And then let us take a shower, use the toilet. It's been a day or so since we've done that. Limit showers to 5 minutes. That makes sense. I doubt they have great access to water while inside this ship that is this metal gear that's meant to swim through the tar. All right. I should probably also make one more gun. Actually, also, let's see. Claim materials. What can we claim that we need? I think we need chemicals. Okay, can we make another... Yes, we can. Ah, I think we can make 2 now, which is what we... yes. Can we make another? Now we need special alloys and chiral crystals. How many chiral crystals did we need? We need 52. Can I just... Ah! Okay, so my weight limit went from 137 to 157. That is good. Actually, let's head back to the governor's place, because maybe we can... I'm hoping there's going to be like an ability to upgrade your vehicles or something to allow it to better protect your cargo, because with the way I drive, it beats up the cargo every single time. There we go. Now we can fabricate the last chiral anti-gravity device and fill our entire backpack with stuff. Chemicals? I need... All right, now we can do the last chiral anti-gravity device. Really emphasize our ability to carry things. I thought I got... Did I not get enough chemicals? I feel like there's way too many different menus involved in this process. And also, why isn't that adding to my chemical amount? I'm still at 52 chemicals. Am I not actually claiming these chemicals? This is... I'm not actually claiming these chemicals. I'm just going in a circular loop. I just realized that. I will leave. Okay, let us like this generator, because this is a good... like, both of these fellows
Thanks for the help.
left their things in good spots. Nope. Like having the vehicle right next to the generator is very kind. All right, I'm going to try to drive a little better.
Thank you, Kyle. Give me a hand.
Do they have anything? The answer is no. Do I want to share anything? The answer is still no. I only made enough for the job. My apologies to this particular mailbox. Yeah, neat. Well, I don't really need to worry about damaging my cargo that much, because it's not like I'm delivering anything.
Thank you, God.
Can anybody hear me? I can't hear you.
Man.
But that is where I need to go. There are bandits. There are brigands over there that need to be defeated. Jacob starves. Well, Jacob, I hope you got something to eat.
Now leaving neural network coverage.
Oh, hello. You know, I haven't traveled that far. Like, I might as well just turn back and finish this delivery for the governor's mansion, which is a little bit oddly placed, or the governor's mansion, the governor's base, because might as well get rid of it before I fight off bad guys. Is that flying on orbs? Like, how are the orbs assisting in its flight? I should really like that speed boost. And a watchtower. Yeah, because the lack of the highway definitely makes the individual creations seem more sporadic. Or, not sporadic, that's the wrong word. More random. Like, the direction of the creations is more random. But I suppose it means that people had to think, like, where am I going to place these individual items? And I also realized I forgot about the Ada section.
Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just take a look at our active orders.
Like, this is probably part of an aid section that I just didn't look up.
I wasn't expecting you to make this delivery
Yep.
as well.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Speeds up the processing of hacking into mule postboxes.
Hope we can count on you in the future.
It's not very important to me.
Completed. Well done.
We'll worry about that, and it's not that far. Do I still have the climbing marker on me? Or the climbing... I do not. Did I store it? I did. All right. This probably would have been something better to do when I was on my way back. Rather than now. But, you know, while I'm in the area, I really should be liking all of these structures that I'm passing by because they are very useful. Oh, the governor's belt needs a sports... or base needs a sports belt. Wow. I guess I might as well grab those for my way back. And yeah, it does feel as though the presence of the chiral network removes the occupation of the BTs. Now, I'm sure that doesn't necessarily mean... Don't know what that means. I'm sure that doesn't mean that, like, plot things can't happen. Kind of like how we connected the laboratory. And then were attacked by the giant BT. I wonder if I have to report that I attached a climbing anchor to the lone commander. And like what I'm hoping to get out of it is if I can increase his liking of me to 3 stars. Like he might give me the schematics for the custom handgun. Because right now I can only make the Mazer, which is this close range, slow to use handgun. It's more for like... for stealth purposes than anything else. But yeah, this is especially a reason why I probably should have... Oh, nope, wrong button.
Thanks for the help.
Should have done this aid request on my way down rather than my way up. I might benefit from using one of my ladders to get down, though. No. Mm-hmm. We're still... good enough. I like it. Okay, not the greatest. Okay. Climbing anchor.
Everything seems to be in the right place.
Indeed.
All right. Ropes are handy in a pinch. I tried out that climbing anchor you put in place, Sam. I've always been a fan of them, especially since they work like a charm outside the chiral network. These latest models allow you to retract or extend the ropes too, just the thing when you want to move up or down in the world. All right. I think we should be okay now. Okay, I don't know what you do. Nope. But I'm sure I benefited somehow. All right, now let's go fight the brigands and then call it a day. And we should probably like this bridge. Have I already liked it? Where can I... What do you get for upgrading it? Just increased durability and customizable. All right, let's hop back on our vehicle. Have we, Okay, we'll worry about aid when we've gotten to where we want to go. Yeah, this definitely does go pretty slow without the boosts. You've got boost power. Should I just try to run over everybody? Should I... I feel like that's the stupid way to approach this mission, is to drive into town and try to run over everybody. But I'm tempted. I should probably... That is a big cartoonish... I forget what the spaceman of the Kojima Productions logo is supposed to be.
Almost there.
All right.
Ready.
Dollman Cam is really too useful.
Open the way. Reconnaissance complete. Stallman reporting in.
I gotta say, there aren't that many brigands there. I was expecting more brigands. Like, at least... Oh, hello. Very rude for being inside a watchtower. I don't think I got him. Okay, we're gonna need to build up some speed. Okay, I think I see another guy's over there. I'm not entirely sure what your plan was. Okay, is there anybody left? Yep, I completely forgot about the Odradek. It seems like I've gotten everyone. It seems, but... I don't see whoever is the last... I thought I heard somebody. How are my... How's my cargo? Oof, I ruined these commemorative medals. How did I not get rid of the commemorative medals? And the sports belt. I forgot about the sports belt and the commemorative medals. Okay, I'm not reloading to save those items. They're going to be delivered as is. But let's go grab this chiral contaminated soil sample. And then remind us, what is our objective? Neutralize the brigands occupying the Western Environmental Facility. Which is where we were at. Are there certain ones that we need to neutralize harder? Like, we didn't neutralize them hard enough.
Nearby.
Okay, I think I see one. All right, we've done it. We've saved the day in the most efficient way possible, definitely. Okay, let's... grab that. Oof. Nope. Can I get this through the door? Yes.
You a porter? Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details.
What order details? It was just to eliminate the brigands. Like, what are you even looking at?
Well done.
It's like the need to have a completion animation. Like they forgot about how, like, they maybe weren't able to figure out how they're able to do a completion for the quest without having that completion animation.
We'd already written this off as lost. You seem like a porter we can rely on.
Yes, definitely.
Go on, use your Cupid to get us online. Quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all hooked up.
I definitely won't just use my car to run over the bandits in your area instead of my guns. Yeah, I just realized that Doll Man even starts to float a little bit earlier. All right. A new strand has been established with Peter Gates. Ooh, a battle skeleton. And increases cargo capacity. Uses battery to increase movement speed when boosting and to reduce damage. A grenade pistol? Okay. An MP grenade, making it effective against any target.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Automatically centers the reticle on enemies within range. Interesting how aim assist is a feature to unlock rather than something given to you.
Online at long last. This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plague gate, as well as keep an eye on the tar currents. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan too. Ever since the plague gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorise that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilised all areas with our coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plague gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you. Now, if we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable.
What kind of data was provided?
Well, there's our
Also, is there going to be a highway that we start building as a community?
And non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into any handgun holster as well. Our last contribution is the battle skeleton. Like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum carrying capacity and movement speed. This particular model also provides additional protection. However, when you boost it to move faster, or whenever you benefit from its damage reduction capabilities, it'll consume battery power, so make sure you have enough to spare. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you'll need to use a generator or borrow a private room somewhere to recharge. You ought to take one out for a spin.
So there used to be a road.
It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just
All right. So we do now, because we've left the tutorial area, the main area has the highway.
To put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it on if you're interested.
I'll go on ahead.
I can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, Thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam.
Yeah.
The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Order completed. Well done.
All right, we're not going to do that just yet. And we're also not going to take on any orders. Oh, that's just going back to the governor's base. Okay, let's clear out all of this. And then it looks like we should be able to make that last chiral anti-gravity device at last. And you know what? We're going to take on that standard order. Because that's actually where I was planning to go next anyway. We'll go to the bridge.
Delivery route finalized.
What is that one item down there? The climbing anchor? Okay, yeah, that's the hacking we don't care about. And the aim assist is a little bit expensive at the moment. And now, oh, we should make the battle skeleton. What is the difference? It's a shimmering silver skeleton. And one shimmers, the other one doesn't. Actually, yeah, let's make... Can we make this the skeleton? Yes, we can only make the skeleton or the gun. So I'm just going to go with the skeleton.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Anyway, I want to keep you.
Ooh. Hold on. We have our highway. Or at the very least, the beginnings of it. All right. I was wondering. Like wondering is the wrong word. I had assumed that the highway wasn't going to be a thing, and also that highway now has made that bridge obsolete. But I suppose Australia is where that highway is at. Which I feel like it makes sense that I'm going to be spending the rest of the game in Australia. I wonder if I guess that's my next question. Like, we're essentially trying to find out where the next plate gate is. Are we going to enter the plate gate to see where it goes? And is the next area going to be a large area that we explore? Or is it going to be like a more temporary area? That we just kind of go to for like plot purposes to finish the game.
See, we meet again. We appreciate your service.
Legend of Legends. Complete a standard order for the first time.
Go and say the same if it could. Time after time you've been there for us. You're a saint.
3 stars.
Say it's about time I gave you this.
The large spare ammo container. And more APAS, more bandwidth.
We've designated more materials for your use.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
With your help, we were able to improve the design of the spare ammo container and create a version with a much bigger capacity. That's not an overstatement. It'll let you carry a lot more ammunition. That way, you don't have to bring so many weapons and can rely on just a few favorites. That sounds good to you? Give it a try.
It does sound good to me.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for the night before I find myself in between taking a bunch of random orders back and forth. For now, though, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.